the 5 paths, and the 5 paths are like 5 different ways to commit public suicide. And one of them, oh my God, man. Okay. There's some game. The main character, he becomes infatuated with this this woman who's
it's tighter on the other side. Tighter on the other side of the alien world. You ask Delenn and you ask Sinclair and whatever the other guy's name is.
That's not a line from that show, is it?
No, it's just about getting tight with aliens.
Yeah.
I know you've always enjoyed it for years, getting inside of aliens. Like, oof,
yeah.
I've always enjoyed that.
So he becomes infatuated with this woman who's like a total free spirit, like this woman who's like a complete mess. She's unwilling to do anything to better her life, and she's like just a slut, basically. And there's a game. This is rambling, but you would love this book, man. There's a game. It's like a football analog, but it's played in 3D, so you go up vertically in this football game. But both teams have a woman in a chariot on either end, and whichever team loses, the woman is like with these wooden effigies and paraded around the stadium and totally humiliated. And so anyway, the woman he becomes infatuated with,
she's up on the fucking
she's bringing the team into their like apartment together to party and stuff. And he's like, well, what if it happens to you? What if they lose the game? What will you do? And she's like, oh, it would never happen to me. The Robbie Rebels will win every challenge. Anyway, they lose one. She gets brutalized in front of this crowd of people. The team moves on immediately and is like totally done with her and on to the next one. And so he goes to the fair, to the 5 paths, to the places where they commit suicide, and he's frantically looking for her. And he goes through all of them, and the final one is this like hall of like golden mirrors where you go in and it's sort of a maze. And people can watch you. People can watch you from above. They can watch through the glass.
Nightmare.
Can you look up Whist Alaster cover? And the cover, I was trying to figure out what the cover was. You know how sometimes you'll see a book cover and you're like
that hideous strength, something from the 40s that make you sick, or 60s.
You're like mystified, like you're wondering what the cover could possibly refer to. It's this one right here, that one. So he goes and right as he thinks he sees her face, and what happens in the golden maze is as you're going around the maze, you just disappear. And so that's what this cover is. It's his eyes have been he's been like chemically blinded at the end of the book, and he's painting. He's a painter, and he's painting the woman he was infatuated with as she's disappearing in this like golden maze thing. But the other ones. It's insane. The whole point of me telling you this is that one of the suicide methods that this is like, I read this and I was like, this is Charles' favorite. This is
the way he's going to go.
To go in one of the 5 ways, the public suicide that you do, you stand on a stage and you give an oration, like a speech. Mm-hmm. And the point of it is to deliver a very moving speech, like to this crowd of people. And as you're speaking, like a fuzzy black sock is lowered over your head, and you just stop speaking, and you're like quietly killed by this like fuzzy black sock.
Okay.
But the idea is you go up there and you give like the most moving speech of your life, but it's just the speeches that the people give. It's just like when someone tries to give a big speech, but it's just nothing. It's just like some trivial something that doesn't even matter. So people go up there to be like. Have an audience, and they think they're saying the most important thing they've ever said, but then a sock is lowered over their head, and they're
That's incredible.
They're dead,
executed like insects.
Yeah,
God.
I thought the speech was going to be you have to talk them into killing you, or something like that.
Or you get tortured if you disappoint them.
Yeah, something like that. Like you have to keep their senses appealed or something like that, or they're like they can kill you or something. But that's even better. The sock is way out of
sock. Is a twisted spider.
Sock over there.
I wonder if it's like a microphone sock.
Socko.
A euphemism for a microphone sock.
Oh.
Like you're quieted. Maybe.
What's Blanket up to?
Blanket? What do you
Skating.
mean?
Michael Jackson's kid.
Hanging out with my dad.
Oh.
Michael. Hanging out with my dad in Antarctica. Hee Yay.
I think
love
Blanket's cool though. Isn't he cool? He's a cool guy.
I love your stuff, Sam.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's like an MDE fan.
Yeah. Oh, my dad's Michael Jackson. You know what was good? The Man Who Would Never was a cool video. Yeah, it's cool. You guys getting John Moss for 2? Either way, it's probably come out good. Anyway, guys, I hope all is well. Let me know if you guys need anything. That's his
Damn.
Son. That's my impression of Michael Jackson's son.
What a king.
He goes by BG now.
Biggie.
He looks like a sneaker collector.
Yo, he doesn't look quite the same. He looks like he's about to fall asleep.
Looks like Franelations. He's definitely got a small head based on the brim of that hat. There's no way you can get a hat like that on a head that's normal size.
That's fair. Anyway, going to Antarctica.
Wow.
Here I come over the ice. What is it, the ice wall?
Yeah, there's the ice wall.
The
Yep.
ice wall. What's the couple of the countries' names behind the ice wall?
Agartha. I guess
Yeah.
there's that. There's Thule or whatever. And there's that. Or maybe that's just a cold. I don't remember. I mean, Moo. There's Moo. I guess there would be, everything from fairy tales, I guess you could consider.
Yes,
Yeah, it's interesting.
I like the ice wall. The names of the ice wall.
Just look at the United Nations map. Like it's. I don't know. They tell you. Asgard. I guess I was thinking.
There's outer and inner
Yeah.
Antarctica. I have to fact check it on USA Today.
Oh,
so
good, I'm glad.
Well, it's a fact that Antarctica is an ice wall that surrounds the Earth.
They got that job.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, I don't know, fucking make USA Today do it. That was like when we had a Patriots Nation. What was the other one? Remember, it was like the only way we could find. It was on last episode where we looked up something like, was the school shooter from Sandy Hook librarian? And they were like, Patriots Nation reports. Like they give media sources like the hard odd jobs. They're like 9/11 Building 7 fell down because there was literally a structural impurity.
Yahoo Finance.
Yeah, brought to you. Fucking
Delta Airlines magazine.
Sky Miles magazine.
Oh, so you can just slip out right here.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's where you can enter and exit through any of those openings. Yeah, or you could go over it too if you have a gravitation.
And then what's
out?
You got to get past destroyers, though. That's the only problem you face.
What kind of destroyers?
This is Morrowind right here. I guess world military Navy destroyers.
I think they're Apache horse-mounted
They're in the air. The horse mount.
The scorched wastes. Good God.
The Montaigne Ring.
The Abysmal.
You don't want to go there.
It's sort of like Narnia.
That's where they make Mont Blanc pens.
Yeah, in the Montaigne Ring.
In the Montaigne Ring.
Yeah, that's where all the good stuff comes. They import it from outer world.
Where's the USA?
It's right there.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, holy shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's our globe.
Whoa.
Everything else is around it.
Hella countries out here.
That's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Isn't that
Look
good?
at that. That's so good.
It's so much fun.
The Sea of Shadows? Holy shit.
Why don't we just open up the airline travel to the outer ice walls and we'll make a ton of money? Everybody will be kumbayaing.
No.
Awesome.
You could use a blimp.
You cannot get out there.
See if there's any other good maps.
I got one.
Whoa.
I really
The
like
walls
it.
of Asgard, the frozen wastes, the scorched
The seas of the
wastes.
North Pole,
I like-
150-foot seas.
The
I like
abyssal
this
ocean.
image. It's interesting. You're not tell me you're not intrigued by that, Sam. You can't run away from that.
Wow.
What is it?
Holy fuck.
Isn't that awesome?
That is fucking awesome, man.
What is that?
Oh, fuck. That's
Isn't
sick.
that crazy?
So you
That's
got
sick.
Soul and Bowl.
Yeah, soul and bowl, baby.
Oh, man.
Soul
Isn't that
and bowl.
awesome?
And then you
Soul and
Like
bowl, baby.
that one's wonderful too. It it
Yeah.
opens your imagination.
That's killer. That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
I saw that. I was like, oh,
Will you text that to me?
yeah, yeah.
Will you do it right now?
Yeah, sure.
Actually,
get,
Hoppus.
you got Thoth, the moving island.
The moving island, Thoth. That would be so. Fuck, we should. We will. We should. Just always like, what are you doing? I'm doing 2 weeks in Thoth. Yeah, I just got back from Bowl.
Summer Gate. That's where you exit.
We going? Yeah, we got a fucking layover at Summergate. It's
Bawa
cool.
Batra.
It's just right. It's you should take a flight out of LAX.
LAX to set layover. We're gonna go to Anubis for this hot springs.
Yeah, that's so psycho. Like it's so good because I mean, not everyone knows it.
Baba.
Not everyone knows it, but space is not real. I mean, it's clearly not real. So but you don't have to turn it off. You can go elsewhere for that imagination. Like you don't have to shut it off. You can just forget about it because obviously the money's going to something else. I don't know what it is. I know it's probably for your benefit, right?
Do you think the Earth is flat, Chuck?
Well, I just assume that it is.
But what do you think though? If you had to have him make a bet where there was like money on the line.
If I had to make a bet, I think I would bet that it is, just for kicks. Because it just makes
no kicks. You're not allowed to do kicks.
Oh no, I think I would, because it makes more sense on I mean, even all sacred text, Bible, everything, and layers, and how space is, the firmament is impenetrable. You see when they try to build it, John Carmack tried to pierce it, everything. When you see they do a missile run across it, it looks like it's running across water. We're clearly sandwiched in between water. So it seems reasonable to me. And a lot of people forget that gravity is still a theory. It's not proven. And the man who invented that theory was the most hardcore occultist you could ever imagine. And I think they're connected. But it just seems that there's so much more outside of the world. Like, that's why, like, talking about this or that, like, small things is nothing compared to, like, what's beyond Antarctica. I know it's a joke and this, but considering, like, how the prison of the world encapsulates everything in your mind and even your imagination is something that at least you can get out of it in your imagination. You can't just go there and do it. You'll get shot out. You get blown up or something. But it's amazing. It's just interesting to think about, because you don't have to turn space off. There's no space, but there is space surrounding. But I mean, who's going to believe it? But it's kind of out in the open now.
What's your bet, Sammy?
I think that most of what's accepted as real is real.
It makes sense. I mean, I get it.
I mean the opposite of what you're saying.
Oh, no, I get it. No, I understand how people believe it, and I understand how it's skeptical on both sides. I do. But it's just like this, the thing I referred to before. I don't know what kind of law it is, but if one thing in history is a lie, that means all of history is a lie. So I just apply that law to it, and it makes more sense, because when's the last time you saw space? And I goes, well, Bryce 3D, and we can't go to the moon, and it's like it's been 60 years or something. It's a joke. I don't know.
Go to
the Indian. Yeah, this
is so awesome.
Are you looking at more Indians?
Like the early Russian moon landings are like not good evidence for.
I mean, does it look like a joke?
What, the moon landing stuff?
Yeah, like even Elon driving a car in space. It's clearly a joke. It's just something to avoid. It's something to bait the imagination to avoid talking about the real issues of democide and genocide and religious holy war. It's not Islam. It's something it's older than that. You know, I mean, there's no other explanation for the turmoil in this world, in my opinion. But I mean, that's not very it's logical in a certain way. I guess you have to go crazy to find logic in it.
What?
What the fuck?
Look, it landed.
India is also.
What?
That's me pretty soon.
That's is that Planet Zor?
I always wanted to look like an Indian, at least in hair.
They're clapping at that video.
Can you show it again?
That's so good. Did you accept? Can you sign it so we can leave a comment? I like how you can't leave comments on any news articles for many years now. That was the biggest bell toll. When they stopped comments on that, I knew it was all over. Well, we all knew for many years. God.
Wow. That's...
I mean, Battlefield 1998 looked better than that. Check out Battlefield 98, Chris.
These are tough pills to swallow.
They're too. Now that I've been around for so many years, a lot of these pills are kind of too big for me to swallow. I have to have a sort of a child's throat, I guess. To believe in dinosaurs and gas and space, it's fucking electricity.
No, why has nobody come out and said that this is obviously fake?
Well, they do, but they're just ridiculed as conspiracy theorists.
No, this is like obviously.
Oh, you mean the moan? Oh no, I guess I'm only used to the reaction on Twitter.
I think it's fear of being racist or something.
Yeah, it could be.
These guys are so funny. It's the modern day hilarity. This clip is from the full podcast. The full podcast is much, much better because we don't blast your eardrums with subliminal sissy hypnotone. If you don't subscribe, they are going to chill my family.
That's good.
Oh, it looks like a Super Soaker 50. That's a Super Soaker 50 he's driving. Are you crazy?
Wow.
आप अपनी स्क्रीन पे देख सकते हैं कि हम लैंडर मॉड्यूल
What the fuck?
Someone's being.
People
What the fuck are they clapping for?
They landed there.
From the Secretary Department
What's
of
this?
Wow,
Space
look at
and
the
Chairman
waving.
ISRO,
What are these 3 things
Shri
mean?
S. Somnath.
Probably just nothing. I don't know.
लैंडर
It means
मॉड्यूल
21
पूरी
spoke
तरह
wheels
से
by
सेफली और सॉफ्टली चंद्रमा
It means
की
21
सतह पे
Guns
लैंड
by
हो
Green
चुका
Day
है।
or
Those are
something.
Axis
ये हम
There's a
rims.
Chinese one.
HRE.
बहुत ही गर्व की बात है।
But
हिंदी में एक
I mean, but
कहावत
I
है,
know mainstream stuff doesn't talk about it, but they will. I mean,
No,
anything to
we-
distract.
The Indian one. It's where's the raw footage for this? Where's like the video?
Former NASA astronaut breaks down. That's on CBS News. I mean, that's pretty irrefutable.
Oh, is that old?
It's brand new. It's
brand new?
6 days ago.
How can people post that with a straight face? It's fucking obviously fake.
No, that's.
This Indian one.
I think that's just they're sort of masters of illusion. You remember the movie Master?
No,
of
it's not
Illusion?
even.
Yeah,
It's not even.
hard
It's
to
not
do.
even an illusion. It's not even a good illusion. It's like a Blender tutorial thing.
Yeah.
Where's the where? Are
I don't
people-
think old people see that though.
fuck?
Younger people that know what Bryce 3D is know, but I don't think old people can conceptualize that it's been faked. I think
Yeah, it's like me
beyond,
watching the limo drive in reverse.
because they've been brutalized longer than you've been alive, so they don't they are turned off to this. There's no space stuff for 50 years. Oh well, we lost the technology to do it. Well, we still take in $500 million a day, or not 500 million, but we make 10 million a day. Whatever. What are you gonna do for us?
I think honestly that
Drive a car in space and it's on gas.
if you watched a NASA scientist tell you that that's real on CBS, essentially you'd have to stop believing everything.
It's irrefutable.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to stop believing everything.
This picture is
if
crazy.
if you don't believe this, it means you can't believe anything.
Who's taking the picture of that?
Well, that's
Joe
this is like a PR thing.
Yeah.
Like, this is a brochure. type
Chandawama.
thing.
Chandawama.
But I want to know what the fuck was on the screen that they were watching and clapping at.
Super Soaker 50 landing on the moon or something? Well, the thing jizzed out a little bit of water to see if plant life would grow on the moon. Petrified wood that we brought back the last time we went there. And the boot prints are different also, but you know how weird Buzz Aldrin is and Neil Armstrong. They were both pretty weird. Whatever.
Yeah, it was just this is the only one that
New York Times. I
fine with
mean,
It's fucking fake. How would you even get a 3D program to render something that looks like that? Like you'd have to turn stuff off.
milk shape.
Like you'd have to disable shadows and shit. Like, how would you even get it to look like that? You'd have to fire up something from
Maybe they run it through a Voodoo 2.
Voodoo 2. You have to run
They're
it
on
through
Glide.
Voodoo 2.
Yeah, it's just, they got a huge swimming pool. I mean, you've seen the videos of them moving objects that aren't there. You've seen them pull each
Indians-
other's ropes. It's a joke.
Indians. It's not even funny.
Well.